Hi Soul Space, it's Sheila Hill here, Monday night at 9 o'clock. I have a really important topic to talk about tonight. So as you come on, if you could please just say hello in the comments so that I know you're here. But what we are going to be talking about tonight is the importance of healing the inner child. And I know that if you've been around for a while that I have done this topic before, but it's actually something that's come into my awareness more and more often lately with my one-on-one clients, is the whole concept of we all have an inner child that lives within us. Obviously not a little person that lives inside of us, but we have an inner child aspect to our ego construct that lives inside of us. Hi, Deb. And whether you had a great childhood or a very traumatic childhood, there is an essence of energetic abandonment that happens between you and what I call your inner child. So your little Sheila, your little Debbie, your little Linda, your little Gloria, whatever. And this abandonment happens as the ego begins to form between the ages of 5 to 7 years old. This is like a neurological developmental event that happens. This isn't woohoo as much as the healing piece of it is so incredibly important in our ascension process. So the inner child, when a child is first born, they have all of their gifts. They are pure, whole, happy, non-judgmental, not self-conscious. Little ones don't even know they have feet. They're perfect little beings of light. Hi, Kathy. And then, as they begin to grow and become aware of what it takes to be accepted, loved, safe, validated, and worthy in their lives, they begin to conform into the constructs of society. Their parents tell them, here are the boundaries. This is what makes you a good girl or a good boy. School begins to tell them, their peers begin to tell them, and these developmental phases that happen between the ages of 5 and 7 become the creation of the ego aspect. So then the ego goes to work trying to create more experiences that will be in alignment with what it takes to be loved, safe, validated, worthy. So what happens is, as you adult, you become further and further away and less honoring, less and less connected to your little. But your magical little, the one that is perfect and whole before anything happened to him or her in this case of this conversation, she holds the key. She holds the key to what your purpose is here, what you need to be doing, why certain things affect you the way they do. She holds the keys to your healing journey. She holds the keys to your future because she is all-knowing, just as you were when you were her, fully and completely and whole, before you moved into ego and separation. So what I'm finding with my clients more and more often lately, and as I'm intuitively guided by spirit, is that I'm working with clients that are saying things to me now that are having an effect in their day-to-day life. Excuse me. Their friendships are being affected, their jobs are being affected, their relationships, whether they're romantic or friendships or whatever, are being affected. And when you really drill down to why are you feeling this way? Why are you reacting this way? Why is this your experience? I'm quite often being guided again by spirit to talk about things that happened to them in their childhood. So when things happen to us when we're children, they become a part of the construct of who we think we are. It becomes a part of the ingrained experience in the unconscious mind. We grow up and then we adult it. We adult it into rationalizing that our parents were doing the best job they could under the circumstances, whatever. And in actuality, Excusing the event that happened is a dishonoring again to the inner child. It's like we grew up and left her. And now as an adult, we're saying that her feelings, her experiences, and her need to be loved, guided, supported, felt worthy, and safe are no longer an issue for her. She shouldn't have those issues. Where in actuality, those experiences of that child are actually playing out through her adult self, which is us, and staining our lives. They are the wounds that we show up as. They are the abandonment issues, the self-worthiness issues, the self-confidence issues. They are the stories that we tell ourselves repeatedly in our head that become the self-limiting beliefs. All of these things that we are trying to heal in our adult life through this spiritual work, the personal work, the ascension that we are going through, is a byproduct of what happened to our little girl, and all she wants is to be loved. All she wants is to have a voice. She wants to have a say, she wants to have an opinion, and she wants to be loved and nurtured and not felt abandoned by her adult self. So I wanted to come on tonight to talk about this because I know I've done videos on it before, but it is coming up quite often for people. I have to wonder if it's a part of the ascension process that we have done our work very successfully and diligently, and that we have cleared a lot of our emotional baggage, a lot of our stories. We've shifted in vibrational frequency, and it kind of makes sense to me when I look at it from that perspective, that so many of us, all we have left to do is to work on healing the core inner child wound. So that's what's coming up for a lot of the clients. I did, and no coincidence, right? I did my core inner child work at the beginning of this year, started first thing in January. So from January to about the second week in March, I was working consistently through all of my own inner child issues. And as I healed her and created a beautiful relationship with her, my gifts of being able to understand, pinpoint, and see other people's inner child issues became clearer and clearer. I was literally just being trained by my own healing, which is amazing and beautiful all at the same time. So, and then I have profoundly touched the lives of a number of women who have not only taken the concept of doing inner child work on board, but they practice it every single day. And they have incredible relationships with their inner child that has become a creation of nurturing and self-honoring, self-love on a level that is like way out there. And it is such a beautiful thing to see. So I just wanted to come on tonight. I just talked for almost 2 hours doing my my core virtual group that we were working through, self-love and relationship stuff. But I did want to come on tonight just to bring this back to the forefront of your mind, that if you find that you have a pattern that keeps repeating itself, if you are struggling with issues of self-worthiness and self-confidence, let's get to the root. Let's really get to the core issue and pull out the root and the seed of this. You know, you can do, if you're really struggling with self-confidence, self-worthiness, abandonment issues, whatever those seem to be the three real big ones, you can work through them with journaling and affirmations and keep doing your work. But we want to get to the root. We want to really get to the root and the core of it so that it can be healed once and for all. So that the next relationship, the next friendship, the next experience, the next family gathering doesn't become another trigger to show you that you haven't quite completely got it. So let's really get to it. So that's why I came on tonight, to just sort of bring it to the forefront of your mind one more time, to remind you that there is a little girl that lives inside of you that just wants to be loved and nurtured. She wants to have a voice. She wants to be consulted, and she needs to be honored. What I did today, knowing that tonight's talk was coming up, is I created a 1 evening 2-hour workshop that is called Healing with the Inner Child. So that's coming up on December 6th. It's a virtual workshop for 2 hours. and we are going to go over all of this information. We're going to go deep. We're going to do a powerful guided meditation where you will actually meet your magical little, and then we will go forward with that, giving you some tools, some tips, and some practical things that you can do to ensure that you are constantly being in that space of loving and nurturing your inner child through her wounded space. This isn't about going back and reliving and re-experiencing traumatic events that have happened in your life. I have worked with many, many women through inner child work where in no way, shape, or form was it re-traumatizing for them at all. When we connect with the magical little, we are absolutely divinely guided through the source of who we are on how to heal this stuff, and you don't have to relive it. So if you're a little bit triggered by, oh God, she's going to make me look at that thing that happened to me that time when I was a kid, absolutely not. It will not re-traumatize you. What it will do is it will give you the key to unlock yourself from that, that experience, because you don't have to give your power away to it anymore. So I'm going to post that in the group right here, so that you can check that out. If it resonates for you, then by all means, I would love to have you on board. I also have my vision board workshop coming up. That's actually a live event. On November 18th, it's the Sunday in Milton, where I'll be doing a talk on manifesting, speaking the language of the universe, how to co-create with the universe, and you will all get all the supplies in order to do your vision board for 2019. Then there is this workshop that I'm working on right now it was called Spiritually and Single. The group and I have renamed it now that it's called Self-Love and Relationships. And I'm relaunching that. It's a 5-week virtual workshop, because what is coming out of the one that I'm currently doing right now is absolutely freaking magical. And I'm like, oh my God, if I can do this one more time before Christmas and get another group of people in and get them on board and on track just before the holidays, it would be awesome. So I am launching that tonight as well. So I'll be posting all of these things in the group. If not for you, then please help me share to the people that you do love and you want to help them along. Does anybody have any questions? Oh my God, I've talked so much tonight. I had 3 client appointments today too, so if you have any questions or comments, feel free to type them in now. If not, I am going to bid you adieu. I am going to pick my son up from work, and then I have a glass of wine ready and waiting for me to close off my day. I will be posting the stuff in the group, and I will see you next Monday, if not before. Wednesday meditation starts up again this week, this Wednesday night at 7:30 at my place. Just PM me, text me, message me, whatever. Everyone's welcome. All levels are welcome. We have really rich, amazing, awesome conversations, and then we do a group guided meditation. So yes, Deb, there's always work, because you're always falling deeper in love with self and you're always healing your inner. So it's not ever a one and done. And Sheila, you are so welcome. It was another amazing night. I love facilitating this workshop with you guys. You guys are awesome. I'm going to say goodnight now. Love to you all. Thank you. If you're watching this on the replay, please feel free to comment. I will stay on top of the comments as well. I'm around. And I will just say goodnight now. Thank you. Bye-bye.